Let's get right back into where we left off. We're almost at the end, guys. Alright. Warning, this route contains references to addiction. And just like that, the weekend is almost done. You still have tomorrow, of course, but it's amazing how fast the time escapes you. During the weekend, that is. Somehow, 40 minutes of class time takes 5 years, and yet the 2 days of the weekend are gone in 5 minutes. Oh boy. Relatable. It's already dark out now, and the buildings are shutting off their lights accordingly. It's hard to see them in the dark, but you can make out the faint shadows of students in the distance as they head towards the dorms. It's almost time for curfew, and no one wants to be caught out late. Yep, okay, we're still going. Especially so close to the dance. No one dares risk getting in trouble before the event. You stretch yourself out as you begin to head towards the dorms yourself. You reflect on today and all you did. You hung out with Mitzi and Ollie for a while in the morning, then attempted to invite Twyla to join you for lunch. She did not accept your invitation, like a girl boss, much to your frustration. You're not sure how you're going to get her to like you at this rate. But maybe after you've collected more evidence with her, her shell will begin to crack a bit. That's what you're hoping, anyways. You haven't gotten to meet up with Gunter yet, though. And you really should. It's important you ask him about. As you're walking towards the dorms, you spot 2 other students walking in the opposite direction. They aren't walking towards you, but you can't help but wonder where they're going so late at night, so close to curfew. As they approach closer, you're able to get a better look at who they are. It's the boys! Hey, Whiskey Foxtrot. You ask them where they're going. It's dark out and it's almost curfew. We're gonna go visit a friend. Oh, which friend? Wouldn't they be back at the dorms by now, anyways? She doesn't go here. Huh? She lives in the city. We're gonna go out to meet her. Wait, what? Huh? How? The buses that come into town have stopped coming by now. How do they plan to get there and back? Not to mention, if they're caught, they're surely gonna get in trouble. Nah, I'm not worried about the buses. My dad's got this whole deal going with the taxi service in the city. I can get a ride whenever I want. Say, sweet thing, wanna come with us and meet her? Yeah. She's really fun. You'd like her. Wait, did it? Wait, did it skip the... No, it didn't skip. Sure we won't get in trouble? No guarantees, but she's worth it. Well, she surely must be. To risk the trouble to begin with. How sweet of them. You absolutely want to come along. You can never pass up the chance to meet a new friend. Yeah, come on. The more the merrier, right? You continue on with Theo and Krovan away from the school. Okay. Feels weird to be doing so late at night. But it's exciting, too. What's being a teenager without a little mischief, after all? And mayhem. You could always add some mayhem. You're at the roadside before you know it, where a taxi is waiting to pick you up. Krovan hops in the back seat from one end, while Theo holds the door open for you to climb in on the other. You sit sandwiched between the 2 of them, though it isn't a terribly uncomfortable ride. Croven seems to be yakking it up with the driver, whereas Theo is content to just look out the window as the scenery outside it changes. The closer you get to the city, the lighter things become. The drive doesn't take terribly long either. Though the car does not stop as deep into the city as you were expecting. It brings you just close enough to some of the buildings before Croven and Theo start exiting the vehicle and you follow suit. You all thank the driver as you leave, and Croven instructs him to return in an hour. The driver nods, then heads off. You follow Croven and Theo as they confidently lead you down a path near the city. Once you go to the end, you can see... Ah, this is a nice change of scenery. It's a park with a playground. It's not deep within the city, but you can see the city clearly from it. The city is still bright and vibrant at this time of night, but the park you're certainly in feels mysteriously spooky and dark. Perhaps its unnerving atmosphere is only brought down by the fact that you can still hear the cars and commotion of the city from here. You look around for Croven and Theo's friend. Surely she must be here, or at least on her way. Before you can ask properly, though, Croven whistles. He whistles across the park, the kind of whistle one would make as if calling a dog over. I can't whistle, I'm sorry. You have no idea why he would do that until a very canine-esque girl responds properly to it. The three troublemakers from Cemetery Mary are reunited. She rushes over to you with such desperation, it's almost scary. Had you not known any better, you'd say she looked like she was running on all fours. She dives and ducks between the playground equipment until she's finally in front of you all. There you guys are. I was wondering when the hell you two were gonna get here. She smiles wildly at Croven and Theo, but the smile drops once she's looking at you. Who are you? Oh, you explained to yourself that your name is You explained to her that your name is Whiskey Foxtrot. Sure. As I'm sure you guess, this is Ep.4. Feistiest girl in the block. Yeah, and don't you forget it. So, how did you meet the guys? It doesn't matter. They came by the city. I live here. Not really a big shocker. But I suppose you would ask that, wouldn't you? Sorry, I don't go to your namby-pamby princess school. We aren't all born under a lucky star. You apologize. You didn't mean to offend her. Yeah, whatever. Zap's a bit of a fireball. Don't take it too personal. Yeah, I'm just messing with you. You know how to take jokes, don't ya? Of course you do. I take 'em and I dish 'em. Good, or else we're gonna have a real problem on our hands. Yeah. Greetings out of the way, whatever. How's things at the palace? Ah, man, it's great. I stole this guy's heart. And I left the calling card. And now I think I'm in the Phantom Thieves. I'm still on top of the leaderboard 3 weeks and counting. Of course you are. You got those fast hands. Everyone knows they don't stand a chance against you. Yeah. What's the palace? It's a pizza place, dummy. Big Tony's Plentiful Pizzeria Palace. Not to be confused with Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I'm banned from that place. Never had it. Huh? Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know about this, Whiskey. Pizzeria Palace is a pizza place down in the city. A few months ago, they got in a new arcade machine. Galaxia, that old classic space shooter. Sam's been at it for a while. He's gotten a pretty high score. So far, no one can beat her. Yeah! Yeah, and I get a free pizza slice every weekend as long as my name's at the top. Jealous yet? Uh, oh wait, does this? I think this. I don't know if this matters. Totally. I knew you would be. It takes a lot of skill to be the best alien slayer in the universe. You can only imagine. Anyways, did you get the stuff? You know it. Hold on, let me go get it. Zapper scurries back through the playground equipment. It appears as though she's hidden something in the bushes nearby. While she fetches it, you ask the other two. What you guys always up to? What's her... maybe don't pry. Don't... Mm. It's just the way we roll, baby. You'll love it. It's gonna be great. Zapper hurries back into the scene carrying a brown paper bag that looks quite full. Whew. Oh, I was almost scared. I lost these for a sec. That would have sucked. I'd be out a boatload of money. Doesn't matter. It's Squirrel Vin's money anyways. Hey, cool it. I can't be asking Pops for too much money at one time now, can I? Or wait. I can't be asking Pops for too much money at one time now, yeah? So, what is it? They begin to crowd around the bag and you follow suit. Take a curious glance in and you see... are those fireworks? Did you get these? From your grandmother's house, love. Get real, I'm not telling you where. Take a seat and relax, sweet thing. We'll finish getting this all set up. Is this really okay? It's just, well, if you think about it, setting off fireworks here, sure to attract some unwanted attention. If someone like the authorities comes to apprehend you, best case scenario is that you're dropped off. The best case scenario is that you're dropped off at school with a slap on the wrist. But in the worst case, well, you really don't want to be calling Dad from the police station. Again. Who knows what would happen to you after that? You don't want to jeopardize your position at school anymore, but everyone seems really excited about it. Should we think this? Do you need any help? Whoa! Look at you stepping up to the plate. That, pal. Don't let that old headmistress Azzy intimidate you and stop you from having fun every now and again. You take out some fireworks from the bag and get to arranging them with everyone else. You notice Sapper's tail begin to wag a bit as you all do so. She seems very happy. And her smile is genuine and sweet. Eventually, you get everything laid out. Theo turns to Zapper and passes her a long-tipped lighter. Ready to light it up? Zapper reaches for the lighter and grabs it. As she holds it, she fumbles it a bit awkwardly in her hands. She keeps staring at it. You grab Zapper's hands and help her hold the lighter correctly. She eases into your touch as you hold the lighter together, your hands wrapped around hers. And together you light the fireworks and hurriedly step back as you wait for them to go off. A magic display of light coats the sky and the park as the fireworks sound off. Okay, so funny story. Like 2 days after the 4th of July ended, we still had people shooting off fireworks like in their backyard. I still have neighbors. I had neighbors that do that, and our whole neighborhood had to call in the cops just to get people to stop. And yeah, it was no more fireworks after that. So these three better get out of here before. I know it's not 4th of July, but these three better get out of here and start running. You look to the faces of your friends. They're all clearly enjoying the display. It's a nice sight to take in. Trying to speak over the fireworks, as if you asked them if there was any special occasion for this. Seems pretty extravagant after all, not to mention costly.
Well, it's, fuck it. I'm 6 cents clean today.
That word reverberates in your head. Clean? That can mean a lot of things. All things you're not sure are appropriate to bring up right now. Regardless of what it may be, being clean is a wonderful thing. You congratulate her on her accomplishment. She smiles warmly in response. Eventually, all the fireworks begin to sizzle out. It's a dazzling show, but one that couldn't last forever. You turn back to the others. When Craven says, "Hey, my driver should be back in a minute. Come on, Zap. We have the air mattress ready for you and everything." Wait, Zapper's coming too?
Yep, I'm gonna sleep over till the dance. I wanted to go with all you guys, and this seemed like the funniest way to do it.
We keep this party thing going as long as it can go. Yeah.
Oh, there's our ride.
Come on, let's go. You move to follow them when...
Whiskey.
Zapper tugged on your sleeve.
I hope you know I was just joshing you back there. I could get a little in over my head sometimes. I hope I didn't make you feel too bad because, you're cooler than I thought you'd be. So, you're one of my friends now, whether you like it or not. And I got dibs on sitting next to you in the car.
You can't help but giggle. Tell her there's no need to worry. You like it. Hey! Jackster! The guy who's totally not going to murder someone in an upcoming... or in a previous stream where he killed someone on Christmas? No, he totally didn't kill anyone. Wait, what did I say? The ride back to school feels shorter than you expected. Everyone's all smiles and giggles as they hop out the car and towards the courtyard. The night is warm and beautiful, and you felt as though you could just lay in the grass with them and laugh all night. Had exhaustion not begun to settle on you after your... Jesus! After your little midnight excursion. You figured you would walk back with the gang to their dorm room and then head back to yours when... Hey! You all! Everyone quickly runs off and you... This is a trick. You gotta stay underground. Too tired to run and knowing you were already caught. You yawnfully turn to the source of the noise as he runs up to you. It's a bit hard to see him in the dark, but you can paint out a clear enough picture of him. His hair's two-toned and a bit messy. He's wearing a short-sleeved shirt and holding a clipboard in his white-knuckled hands. Much like Zebra, he's got fluffy ears and a matching tail, but you get the feeling the two of them aren't quite comparable. His expression is one of his exasperation, though it's not the first time you've seen that at this school. What accent should I give Jackster? And just what do you... Should I do another British? No. Huh. No, I'm not doing an accent for this. Just what do you... And just what do you think you're doing out at this hour? He nearly shouts at you, so quickly after catching his breath. It is way past curfew. It's going for straw. What are you doing out here at this hour? I'm looking out for punks like you, jackass. Don't try to spin this around on me. You are breaking the rules, and you know it. You ask this guy, who the hell is he anyways? I'm Jackster. I'm a hall monitor. Really? You didn't know they did that here? It's even a bit surprising to you that the job belongs to a student. Yeah, well, it does. And you're in big trouble. What? What's that look for? How do you know that you can trust him? You were never told about hall monitors when you first came here, and he's the first one you've met. He doesn't even have a cool sash or anything, so it gives. Oh, okay. Good point on your part. Wait a minute, no it isn't. I've got a special ID to prove I got a special ID card to prove I'm legit. In that case, can he show you this card? Yeah, I've got it right here. Hold on. The student turns around to check which pocket he's placed it in. And you walk away. Normally you wouldn't pass up an opportunity to make a new friend like this, but hey, he's trying to get you in trouble. And you can't risk trouble when you've come so far just to ruin everything. Might even prevent you from getting to the dance. It's fine, it's all over now. All you gotta do is get back to... What? Hey! Get back here! Well, there goes your plan. You rush quickly towards your dorm room. You can hear the swift brush of his shoes against the grass, which soon turns into a sharp clank as... Clank one. You're both on the... Wait, what? Which soon turns into a sharp clank when you're both on the sidewalk to your dorm. Wait. Shouldn't that be once you're both on the sidewalk to your dorm? You're not sure how far he's behind you, but you aren't going to turn around to check. Just a bit further. And you're back at your dorm. Okay, yeah, this is the part where it gets a little tricky. You gotta grab your key. You grab your key to lock the door. As soon as you do so... Aha! Thought you could run from me? I'll have you know, running from the hall monitor is also breaking the rules. With Jackson in your dorm, you slam the door shut behind you, both unlock it. You stand in front of it defensively. What? What are you doing? You inform Jackster that by staying in your dorm past curfew, he is also breaking the rules. Excuse me? What in the hell are you doing? You kidnapper! Kidnapper! His face is red with anger as his voice reeks with white-hot fury. And then something else slaps that expression off his face. Panic. Oh man, class president Luxu is gonna kill me. Is this someone we met? I don't remember. I can't be breaking the rules. You. It's back. Let me out right now! Well, sure, you can do that. If he promises you won't get in trouble. What? You promised to let him out if he does tattle on you. Because if he tattles on you, then you're gonna tattle on him. That's asinine! There's no way I'm doing that. Well, geez, no wonder this guy killed someone in Fia's night out. Alright, there's no way he's leaving your dorm. Oh, don't be ridiculous. Even if you hold me here all night, you're gonna have to let me out at some point. Do you? Ugh, what's your problem? Well, he is, currently. Fine, I can wait out as long as you can. And once I'm out of here, you'll never have a day without detention. Guess you'll have to see about that. Dexter sulks over to the corner of your room. Something about him must be too prideful to use any of your furniture, because he opts to sit on the floor as opposed to the desk or your bed. Looks like you finally got a dorm mate after all. He's still sitting in the corner of your room, albeit looking a bit sleepier than before. But so are you. Check your phone for the time. You don't remember what time it was when you got back, but it's certainly late now. 1:05 a.m. If you had school in the morning, this could have been disastrous. But it's the weekend, thank goodness. Whew. You can sleep all you want once this is over. Your stomach growls. Can't eat yet, though. You hungrily gaze over at him. He's looking back at you. He's not really looking at you, per se. You can tell he's just kind of spacing out in your general direction. His head is resting on his bald fist, which is resting on his forearm, which is resting on his elbow, which is resting on his knee, as he sits crisscross across from you. Man, the wordplay in this is kind of good. He's really quiet. Is he sleeping with his eyes open? Yeah. You mimic the position he's in just to see what will happen. As if he's asleep, will he notice? Instead, he just gives you a quizzical look and shakes his head. What are you doing? You were just checking to see if he was asleep, that's all? No, I'm not asleep. I'm just annoyed. You ask him why that is. I'm pretty sure you know why. Ah, right. Oh, wait, I don't know if this does it, if I don't know if this does anything. What is he, a magic trick? Oh yeah, you can do one? The tone in his voice was seemingly snappish. Oh yeah, you can do one. Not that he hasn't been angry with you this entire time, but something about the way he said it sounded especially biting. As if he didn't believe your abilities in the slightest. He really didn't answer in a way that implied he was waiting to see you attempt one, but nevertheless you attempted it. You show him the key in your hands, and with a quick motion, poof, it's gone. He scoffs at you. It's in your sleeve. Beginner's trick. Sorry, look, just... Can you let me go already? I don't know what you're planning to accomplish with this. You're gonna have to let me out here sometime, and I'm tired. Really, I just... I'm over it, okay? I want to go back to my own dorm. I don't. Oh. Oh, do I dare? Do I dare? You can sleep in my bed. I what? If he's tired, he can just sleep in your bed. I. That's not the issue. That's not the issue. The issue is I want to be in my own dorm away from you. Can't you just accept your punishment? It's gonna happen sooner or later, so you might as well just rip the bandage off now. You apologize for the situation you trapped them both in. But you can't get in trouble. Not right now. You can't? Why not? Because the dance is coming up. You know, I got some friends I want to go dancing with, you know. You don't want to risk getting in trouble right before the dance. Do you think something is going to happen? Do you think we won't let you go? Look, whatever stupid punishment you get won't stop you from going. You're holding me here for nothing. But can he promise you that? That it really won't stop you from going? Yes! Oh my god, I promise! Jeez. Why do you even care so much? Oh, I legit don't remember the route for this one. Yeah, it's important. Yeah, I can see that. But that doesn't really tell me why. Whatever, I don't care. Can I go now? You're not allowed outside as you pull your key out again. No, fuck. I think we failed. How can I trust you what to? If you let him go now, there's nothing stopping him from telling on you and getting you in trouble. It would have meant keeping him here to begin with was pointless. It is pointless! And you only care about yourself. You don't think about all the trouble I could get in. And I was just trying to do the right thing. Why do I have to get in trouble over your mistake? You apologize for the but you can't get in trouble. There we know. You can't? I know. It's coming up. You don't want to escape. Okay, escape. Why do you care so much? Why do I care? About what? About getting you into trouble. In trouble. You can't imagine most high school students are as dedicated to being a hall monitor as he is. Most kids would have just left it alone if they were in his position. They wouldn't have chased you or anything after you ran off. And yet he chased you down and refused to let it go. Just like Elsa. Oh no, wait. No, that doesn't work. Why does he care so much? Does it really make that much of a difference if you got it? If you, to him, if you got right, if you go, if you. Does it really make that much of a difference to him if you got away? Of course it doesn't. It's just because. You know what? Yeah, it does. It does make a difference to me. Really? I have a lot of responsibility on my shoulders. Especially after. You know. I have a job and I want to do it well. And the people around me want to do it well too. They're counting on me. I don't want to disappoint any of them. If I let you go, even if no one knew, I'd be disappointing them. And myself. When you have a job, you commit to it. I commit to it. I'm doing my best at it means not letting you go. You understand? Then he doesn't have to. If it's true what he said, that he promised you could still go to the dance, then you won't mind getting in trouble. But really? Really? You'll take the L? You'll take the punishment? You will. You will. Hold on. In this way, you can both get what you want. Jackster watches you move towards the door and unlock it. You open it for him. Gee, thanks. Though, this isn't entirely fair either. How does he mean? It's like you said earlier. I'm also technically breaking the rules. So when I make my report, I'll make sure both our names are on it. Jeez. I was gonna make my report without knowing your name. What is it? Tell me your name is Whiskey Foxtrot. Well then, Whiskey, I'll see you at the dance. But first I'll see you in detention. Hey! Alright. We're almost there. The night before. Finally, it's almost here. Tomorrow night, in fact. The long-awaited dance. The starry soiree you've heard about the first day you arrived at school. After weeks that felt like years, it's finally upon you now. So close you can taste it. You're all settled into your dorm as you think about tomorrow night. It's just about the only thing you could think of. You've just changed into sleepwear and take one last glance around your room before you sit on your bed. It's been a lot quieter ever since Canthabar stopped staying with you. But that's okay. In fact, you'd like it to be quiet right now. You need to focus after all. You roll into your bed and pull out a notebook. Flipping to an empty page, you grab a pencil and start jotting down notes of how you plan for tomorrow to go. Well, first things first. What are you going to wear? You packed a few clothes from home with you, including the dressy stuff, just for an occasion like this. You feel like wearing... Let's do the suit. Yeah, suit sounds good. Easy to put on, easy to take off. Classically classy. Pair it with some comfortable shoes, and you've got yourself a perfect dance outfit. Well, that settles what you plan to wear. It's not the only thing you have to plan. There's still so much, like what you're going to bring with you. You have a date to the dance, after all, the least you can do is bring her a gift. Something small, like a necklace. Would she like jewelry like that? She already wears that gem around her neck all the time, so surely something similar would offend her the least. Ever since last week, the school store has been stocking little dance gifts for the students to buy. Flowers, jewelry, all the little trinkets to make the dance all the more special. You'll pick it up tomorrow morning. Last you saw, they had no shortage, and you're sure purchasing one won't be a problem for you. But now you have to really focus on the important stuff, like... Your phone buzzed. It's Dad! Oh my. It's Dad. Let's turn the volume up a little bit. It's Dad. Yeah, you really ought to give him a call. It's been a while. You put him on speakerphone to keep your hands busy on your notebook. Though you doubt you'll focus much while talking anyways. Hello, my little angel. How are you doing? Oh, it's so lonely without you home. How are things at school? Anything exciting since we last spoke? You think it over for a moment. Oh, you tell Dad you saw Mom here. She works at the school. Really now, small world. How is she doing? You only really talked to her once, but she seemed really depressed. You heard Dad's sharp laugh crackle through the phone. Man, you're taking the mom stuff really lightly. Doesn't it seem that way? That's so funny. I suppose you can't see much of your resemblance to her then, can you? Not like it matters, really. But I chose a good one, I think. After all, you came out perfect. I couldn't have asked for a better angel. Try as you might, you can't prevent a grin from spreading across your face. Dad always was your biggest fan. Say, while we're on the subject of that, have you been eating well? I haven't heard you bring it up yet. Well, you haven't You haven't... What? How can this be? What? Not at all. Not even all the time you've been there, not even a little bit. Darling, you must be starving. I've heard of these teenagers doing some extreme diets, but this is ridiculous. You tell Dad to calm down. He's overreacting. There's not a specific reason you haven't been eating, right? You tell Dad to calm down again. You're in high school. You are not becoming a parent just yet, and you haven't selected any of them for that. Then why haven't you eaten anything? That is what we sent you there for. You know. Tell Dad you've got it all under control. You just figure since going person by person, you just round up a bunch of people and crack them open in succession tomorrow. Then it'll probably start to sustain itself for a bit. You can rest and eat easy for a while after that. Everything's going according to plan so far. And like you're not even that hungry, so it's totally fine. Oh, if you're sure. I'd get mad at you, but I can't act like I've never behaved the same at your age. As long as you promised you're going to eat soon, then I suppose it'll be alright. It's alright. You promise he's got nothing to worry about. Alright. I won't hold you much longer. It's getting late and I'm sure you'd like to go to bed soon. I'll talk to you later, Angel. Good night. Sleep well and please eat. Cheerio, ta-ta. You tell Dad good night and the call hangs up. Some weird shit is happening, folks. Ooh, you shake your head to get back into the focus of things. You grip your pencil and press it to the paper once again. You have to think about how you're going to break everyone's hearts. It shouldn't be too hard. You know them all well enough by now. Enough to know what might set them off, dig into their inner wounds just enough to cause a crack. And you're certain nothing you do will be strong enough to off any of them. So that's not a worry when creating your plan either. It's exciting to think about, right? Oh. Oh, that's right, folks. After weeks of preparing, luring them close enough, dinner is almost served. So close you can taste it. Better get down to business then. You also gotta figure out how to defeat the Huns. You might as well go in order, so without further ado, how are you going to break Natina's heart? That's right, folks. We're the bad guy. Oh, oh, what are we going to do? Let's embarrass her in front of everyone. It shouldn't. It'll be hard to pull off for sure. Something like something that'd make her feel shame, but everyone else wouldn't look at you too differently. You could pretend as though there's some secret between the two of you. Walk up to her while she's surrounded by friends. Exchange a bit of small talk before chiming in with something like, "Wow, Natina, everyone here seems so cool. Who did you say was the annoying one again? It's hard to believe you can't stand anyone here." "Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to say that out loud. See you all later." She might look at you with bewilderment for a moment, but the rest of her posse is sure to look at her in anger. Who knows? Maybe if you say it in a way that'll really set them off, they'll all just leave her there by herself. Who knows how long it will take for her to recover from that one? Yes, that ought to work. For a girl who values popularity as much as she does, there must be nothing more heartbreaking than undergoing the heat of embarrassment. Especially from the mouth of someone she had grown to like so much. That should be good enough for her. You don't want to create too much lasting damage now. And if she can keep coming back to you afterwards, that's even better. Just means you can build it up to break again. So, moving on to Theo. Okay. Well, it shouldn't be too hard considering his habits. You could probably break his heart by telling him someone turned in his cigarettes to the headmistress. You could tell him that. Croven did it. You can easily say that Croven did it. To avoid getting in trouble himself, Croven redirected the conversation and threw Theo under the bus completely. And he seems to have no qualms about doing it either. Croven has always prioritized himself, hasn't he? Even if Theo uncovers the lie, you could easily turn the situation around and say it's just what you heard from others. You only told him because you were worried about him, and you care about him so much after all. He felt he ought to know. And it's totally fine if they make up after, as long as his heart breaks in the moment. That's all that matters to you. Then that brings you to Mitzi. A sensitive British girl, even if she wants to deny it. Their heart shouldn't be too hard to crack, especially after all they've been through. Thinking about it now, you wish you could have been there when she and Reginald first met. She must have been overflowing with heartbreak when he first said he wanted nothing to do with her, and it would have been perfect. Alas, you have to make do with the situation you're in. To break their heart, you could probably tell her. Hmm. 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 Reginald was right about. You understand now why Reginald never wanted to talk to her? He told you everything. And you agree with him. Mitzi is truly a terrible, selfish person. Trying to force him into her life. What's wrong with her? Hasn't that family caused him enough pain already? You could only describe their actions as being one of a selfish person's. And maybe later you can be friends again, but not after everything you know about them now. Maybe you'd like to be friends again if she ever cleans up her act and learns to think about anyone other than herself. That should be good. Her heart will definitely break from that. She'll be crushed. And how fitting it is that Mitzi leads you to Ali. You heard Ollie excitedly talking all week about how Mitzi agreed to come with them to the dance. From the way you've heard it described from both of them, it seems Mitzi has misconstrued it as simply a friendly thing, but Ollie doesn't seem to mind. But they're sure to mind it when you tell them that Mitzi told you. Ooh. She said they look pathetic, really. The way Alia so obviously always fawned over her. Mitzi found it quite sad. Hold on, I need water. Man, being evil takes a lot out of you. So, Mitzi agreed to go with them. As if they were doing Ollie some big favor by agreeing. As if no one would go with them if she didn't. That's real good. You can practically see the tears welling up on their face already. Looking like such a sad sap, unsure of what to do with himself. Alright, next up is Croven. He might be a bit harder to crack, but you can make it work. Maybe if you... this is a harder sell. Say they confessed it to you in private, but you feel Croven should know. That the headmistress detests Croven so much that she and the rest of their family have forbade Vasilis from seeing them. Vasilis doesn't plan to talk to Croven again once tomorrow comes. Even if Vasilis tries to say it's not true. It's exactly the kind of lie that is difficult to prove otherwise. And you're sure Croven will always have insecurity dealing with Vasilis from that point forward. He's sure to be pissed, and that's because his heart is sure to be broken. And of course brings you to Vasilis. No, stay away from Vasilis, Nova. They're already high-strung as it is. Making them emotional is already such an easy feat. So breaking their heart shouldn't be that much harder. If any drama between Croven and friends isn't enough to make some cracks and ruin their night, then all you'd really need to do is... It's believable enough. After all, Croven already has his own friends. For what reason would he hang out with Vasilis? Because he likes them? Really? What a stupid assumption to make. Croven only hung up with them because he knew it would make the headmistress mad. He liked being a thorn in her side. Vasilis was merely a means to an end. And you can say you know this because Croven told you himself. But Vasilis should know. Because you care about them more than Croven does. Isn't that right? You'll just have to make sure you can keep them separated when you tell them these things. It might be tricky, but you can make it work. You always do. And you can't wait to see how they'll look when they react. Angry, panicking, crying. As long as they're heartbroken, that's all that matters. Then next up would be Twyla. You feel your muscles just tightening just thinking about her. Your jaw clenches and your hand grips your pencil with so much force it feels like it could snap. You still haven't gotten to her heart yet. She's so frustrating. Everything you do for her and still nothing. You invite her to spend time with you and she turns you down. You try to talk to her and she's not interested in listening. You were sure she'd be someone like Vasilis or even Jackster. Someone who appears rough on the outside but is easy to break down. And yet she provides you with difficulty you never anticipated, which in turn makes her all the more desirable. Because once you do have her heart, it'll be that much more satisfying to eat it whole. But it's fine. It's fine. You don't need her right now. You have to worry about you have everyone else to worry about, and all their little heartbreaks combined is sure to keep you fed until the end of the school year. So that leads you to Gunter. Oh, Gunter, what a sweetheart he is. And you're sure his heart will be just like that too. Sweet to the core. In fact, it seems like it'll be almost hard to break. The love he has for his friends and the school itself. It almost feels like a cushion, one that would protect his heart from breaking. Even when it seems like his classmates take advantage of him, he doesn't care because he loves them so much. But you've never met a heart that couldn't be broken. And so you'll be sure to break his when you... Oh, tell him you're dying. A bit extreme, maybe. But break his heart. Oh, definitely. You won't even have to do it the night of the dance. It might even be better if you wait until later. You'll just ask him if you can hang out with him one day. He's sure to accept. And once you're together, you can tell him how comforting. Jeez, yawn. You can tell him how comforting he is to be around. How happy you are to have him with you. Especially because you got diagnosed with a terrible illness and you're scared for what will happen to you. You can see it now. The way his face will drop. The way his eyes will brim with tears and his voice will crack and his hands will tremble. He won't want to stop hugging you after you ask him to please keep this between us. I don't want anyone to know just yet. And after you're soaked up as much of him as possible, you can bring him the good news a day or so later. Good news, Gunter! They gave me back the wrong tests results by accident. I'm actually totally okay. The relief will wash over him and he'll feel so overjoyed. But you still got to enjoy Sickeningly Sweet Broken Heart before that. Next you have Mary. But she and Reginald, they're a package deal, aren't they? Well, that makes things terrifically easy. You can kill two birds with one stone by telling one of them that. This is harder to sell. This that might be hard to pull off. No, I feel like both of them are hard to pull off. Whatever. That might be hard to pull off. Or is it? Mary doesn't have any friends. Except for you. You could explain to Reginald that you and Mary were alone together and she tried coming onto you. She only thought she liked Reginald because he was nice to her. Unbeknownst to the both of them, she rolls over for anyone who shows her a lick of kindness. It was only a matter of time before Mary found someone else to give her attention, someone to be her next heartthrob. And who knows who else she'd want to leave, and who knows who else she'd want to leave him for if they smiled at her the right way. When confronted about it, it's sure to tear both their hearts to pieces. And you can't wait to see which one bleeds more. You're almost done now. Just 2 hearts left to go. First, Zappara. She's sure to already feel torn about what you plan to do with Theodore and Crovin. But you need a guarantee that her heart will break just in case. And luckily for you, a guarantee could come in the form of reminding her that their friendship isn't. They were never going to be friends forever. They they only met her after they started coming to school here. So what does she think is going to happen after? After everyone has graduated and left? Does she think they're going to come back for her? Of course they wouldn't. They have futures promised to be more successful than hers ever would be. And as for yourself, well, you'll be sorry. You'll be moving far, far away. So she might want to look into finding some new friends before everyone's time together is up. That'll be good. She's already a mess as it is. You could practically smell her insecurity the first time you met. And lastly, that leaves you with Jackster. You still don't know a whole lot about him. But you know enough. Enough to know you could break his heart by... yeah. You overheard some of the other monitors talking about it at lunch. About how his way of getting you in trouble the other night was totally unprofessional. About how embarrassing it for them, and how they couldn't allow such a reckless and aggressive student on their team. Who knows how power-hungry he could get, and how he'd make the other students at school feel. They're planning to boot him sometime in the next few days, so he should enjoy it while it lasts. If only he had let you go that other day, perhaps maybe none of this would have happened. He's sure to feel hurt upon learning that. Simple. Small, simple, but should be effective. Even if it's not. Well, you've got plenty to feed on already. And that should be everyone. You study over your notes to yourself one last time before getting ready to settle into bed. Everything checks out. Oh, your friends at school so far. Some hearts will be broken more severe than others, but who knows? Maybe someone will surprise you with how torn they are over it. You aren't planning for any of them to die over it. But, well, you'll see. Accidents can't be helped and you've waited long enough. You're hungry. And at this point, there's nothing you want more in the world than to eat. Oh, yes. Yeah. We're the bad guys. Ain't that a rug pull? Wait, moment. Let's go. Tonight's the night. Okay, let's lower the volume so you don't have to hear the looping music. You're taking a big breath as you step into the main event. The courtyard is filled with students, more than you've ever seen at one time. It almost makes you wish you could have gotten to know some more of them, but it's probably best not to spread yourself too thin. You should let your shoulders sit at rest and take it all in. You aren't planning to enact your plan right away or anything. Why would you? The night's getting started. And it'd be super weird of you to immediately greet everyone by ruining their night. You'll let everyone get settled into the mood of the party. Relax, have fun. And then in the middle of partying, you'll pull one to the side with a, "Hey, I need to talk to you about something." Oh, you can't wait. But you'll have to, if you want it to seem natural. So for now, you're just going to mingle until a little bit more time has passed. You step deeper into the courtyard, grazing. Hmm? Wait, what? Uh, did I just lose? Hold on, wait, did the sound just cut out for everyone too? Wait, hold on, let me do something. Hold on. Uh, wait. Oh. The game crashed. Hold on, I'll bring it right back up. Wait, where's the drive? There it is. No, this isn't it. Uh, okay, okay. Sorry, the game just crashed. Oh, hey, is that Jackster? He doesn't even seem to. He doesn't even seem to see you. But he's still got that silly clipboard with him. His tie is winter themed. Hmm. You, you know, Jackster appearing at the end of Fia's night out makes me. Now I really gotta wonder how much Arcade Kitten planned this in advance. And there's no way that game isn't canon to this timeline of Here for Sweethearts. Because this feels like foreshadowing now that I think about it. You walk up to him and he greets you with a smile. Oh, hey, Whiskey. I haven't seen you since detention. Wow, you look great. You thank him and say the same about him. But about the clipboard? Oh, listen, I know it's the dance, but I still gotta make sure everyone's on their best behavior. Oh, Jackster. You're really gonna do this all night? Huh? Well, come on, this night's supposed to be fun, isn't it? How much fun is he really going to have holding that and keeping a lookout out on everyone all night? He got all dressed up and everything too. Come on, man. He should take some time this time to enjoy himself. No, you're right. You're right. I'll just drop this off somewhere. Then I'll join the rest of you. It'd be nice to have my hands free for a night. Jackster turns away from you with a smile as he walks off to go drop off his things. There's an extra bit of pep in his step, and he's sure to have a nice time before you upset him later. But before you can focus too much on Jackster, Whiskey, there you are. Ah, there she is. Oh, don't you look so cute? I saw you over here and like I knew I had to just say hi. Gosh, Whiskey, doesn't time just fly by like a totally? It feels like just yesterday we were meeting in the headmistress's office. I was showing you around the school, and we ran into that dumb frog. And now look at us here. Hard to believe that that was just a few weeks ago, huh? Oh, wait, this is like a totally my song. I requested it? Haha. I'll have to catch up with you later then. Tamaya promised she'd dance with me, like totally. Can you believe she asked me out? Here I thought I'd have to ask her. I was gonna get flowers and everything. I, I even, I'm, wasting time. See you later, Whiskey. Well, that was nice. Though it does leave you curious. Where's your own date? You had messaged Twyla this morning, making sure she was still good to go. All she said was she would be there. And that was it. Didn't say what time she was coming or where she would meet you. But it's probably fine. Even if she doesn't show up, you still got plenty to do to keep you busy. Hey, Whiskey Foxtrot. For a minute, you almost think it's her. But no. Of course it isn't! She'd never call on you with such enthusiasm. Bitchin' outfit. Oh my god, were you talking to Netina just now? Oh, I'm surprised. I mean, it's just... Oh, we lost Ollie. Man, that girl sure is something. And tell Missy you understand. Netina can be a bit much, even at the best times. But she's not all bad. She actually likes you a fair amount. Ha! Dang. Though, I guess it's not that surprising. You're super likable, Whiskey. Yeah, I agree. You're a really nice friend, Whiskey Foxtrot. I'm happy you came to our school. Yo, wait. Was that? No, that's still Ollie. You want to dance with us for a bit? You tell them that sounds like a very fun idea, but maybe a little later. You just got here. Do you want to scope things out a bit first? Say hi to some more people. Sounds good. I guess we'll see you on the dance floor later. Mitzi takes Ollie by the hand and runs with them back towards the dance area. You can see blush begin to dust Ollie's face as they run off together. That won't last long with what you've got planned. You continue to walk through the crowd, soon smiling, joking, laughing. You come across a snack table. You look down at all the treats they've laid out. Cookies, chips, cupcakes, and more. This stuff isn't terrible, but it can never fully satisfy your taste or do anything for you in terms of filling your stomach. But if there's anything about the same about your species and theirs, is that these snacks provide no nutritional value for either of you. Still though, might as well enjoy it while it's here. Oh, cookies 100%. You pick up a cookie and look at it. It's frosted sugar cookie, colored in the colors of the school. Pink frosting with white and purple sprinkles. It's cute, but you have sweeter things to eat tonight. Getting hungry. You turn your attention to the voice as they step up beside you. Vasilis. I told you, as I told Azzy she should make sure they serve real food here, you know. It's all just a bunch of sweets. Vasilis takes a cookie from the table and breaks it in half. They eat one half. They bite one half. I'm not complaining that much though, because I love these things. But would it kill her to get us something other than sugar? You ask Vasilis how they're enjoying the dance. Did they end up asking Krovan? That's yo. Whiskey, what's up? Vasilis smiles at Krovan and hands him the other half of the cookie they broke. Oh, sweet. Thanks, babe. Krovan takes a big chomp into it and continues talking to you while he chews. Buddy, you look fire. You clean up nice. You're not trying to impress anyone, are you? Wait, hold on. Sorry, the hardest person here already agreed to come with me. Dude, shut up! You let out a laugh, ask Krovan if they've been having fun. Yeah, of course. Start to... Whiskey. Once again, you hear your name being called, and this time by multiple voices. You whip yourself around to face them, and they seem ecstatic to see you. They're all wearing each other's colors. That's so perfect. Sweet thing, we were looking for you. Yeah. They were. Yeah, party doesn't stop, remember? You smile at them. You inform them that so many people have come up to greet you tonight. Makes you feel so popular. Oh man, if that's how you feel, you're about to get a hell of a lot more popular. Oh? What does he mean by that? You know how they're always crowning people at these silly little dance things, right? Like when people do prom kings and queens and whatever else. Well, guess what we did? You voted for me? Well, kinda. We rigged it. Huh? We rigged it. Shh, don't say it out loud. Tarnation. We rigged it so that you would win. We replaced like so many votes with your name. So you get to be the crown winner this time. Really? Yes, why they want you to win so badly? Gosh, think you're cool. Duh. Besides, getting to be fancy schmancy dance royalty isn't really our thing. So we thought that crown should go to you. As long as you let us all take turns wearing it. You laugh again, thinking of what a ridiculous but heartfelt plan they thought up. You open your mouth to speak with them when you catch the sight of something not so far in the not so far distance. It's Reginald. He's holding Mary's hand and using his free hand to motion to you. Mary's not there. He cut off. Reginald cut off Mary's hand. He's smiling at you. You thank the bunch and tell them that you'll be sure to share the crown once they announce you winner, or however they do it. But you gotta go say hi to someone, and so you'll join back with them later. They easily accept this, and you watch as Krovan, Vasilis, Zephyra, and Theo all go off on their own to continue enjoying the dance. Then you set your sights on Reginald and Mary, and you lightly jog your way up to them. Mary's wearing Reginald's jacket. That's so nice. You approach them with a smile. Mary gives a light smile as you get close. You tell them that both of them look nice. You're happy to see them here. Is there something they wanted, though? They did call you over. Well, you see, your group of friends over there, we overheard you guys. Is it true what they said? That you'll be the crown winner of the dance? You guess so. That's what they told you would happen anyways. They're not upset about that, are they? Ugh, no, no, no. It's a great thing. And that's why we called you over. Oh? Reginald leans in a bit closer to talk quieter, and you lean in too, to be sure to hear him over the music and the other chatter. Mary told me that if you're the crown winner, she thinks that might count you as some form of royalty on a grand cosmic scale. If that's the case, then maybe you can help a Cantha bar. A candy bar? A Cantha bar appears from behind Mary's hair and hops into her hands. She cups him between her palms and lifts him up to you. Jeez. You look into his eyes. You feel some sort of hopeful spark. From all of them, really. Yeah, sure, why not? You hold your hands out in a cupped formation and allow a Cantha bar to hop from Mary's hands onto your own. You bend your head over and give him a little peck on his little frog head. You then place him gingerly on the ground and take a step back, waiting for something to happen. Waiting for You cough a bit as the fog clears, and you're stunned to see in front of you. Oh, it feels so good to stretch my legs again. You know, in pants and stuff. Oh, Whiskey, you've come to my rescue once again. Thank you so much. You really are one of the best friends a frog could ask for. Well, that's another one to the collection. So it's nice to wind up with more than you thought. Wow, you're really real. Mary looks like she desperately wants to speak to him, but knows that she can't right now. Acanthabar gives both of them a quick hug. Oh, I'm so happy to be able to do this now. And I'd love to continue with the fun, but... Acanthabar casts a nervous glance towards you. I'd like to speak to Whiskey privately for a moment. Reginald and Mary look at each other, and then look at you. They leave you to speak in private, or well, as private as you can get in the middle of the dance. Acanthabar is casting glances all around the both of you. Is everything okay? Acanthabar is really close to you. Oh, that effect. He's gripping your shoulders in his hands. Remember when I was staying in your room? When I was just that little frog? Yeah, of course. You miss having him around even. There was this one day I saw Twyla come into your room when you weren't there. Huh? Well, I didn't see what she did, and she wasn't there that long. But she was there, and I thought it was important to tell you. You see. Whew, I feel so much better now that that's off my chest. So, good luck with all that. Have fun. Wait, that's it? He's leaving you? Oh, sorry, Whiskey. I've been stuck a little too amphibious for a little too long. I just want to have fun right now. See ya. Cheerio, ta-ta. He watches as Acanthabar happily runs off, hopping into Reginald and Mary and affectionately wrapping his arms around the both of them. They appear happy to see him and continue to laugh and smile as they all walk off. That's interesting. What he just told you? Maybe you'd have something more to do with that information if Twyla was anywhere to be found. She had already been in your room before, so why would... Whiskey Foxtrot. Her name's been called out so much you're upset with yourself for not keeping count. Headmistress! You greet her warmly and smile. You ask her why she hasn't dressed up for the event.
Oh, please. This is for you guys. It's just another day at work for me. Haha. I'm happy to see you having fun, though. I know we had gotten a good student to join us the second I saw you at the fountain. And now look at you. You fit right in. I hope you've been enjoying yourself with all your friends.
You have been. And oh, in fact, you see one of your friends right now. One you've been meaning to talk to.
Oh, don't let me hold you then.
Go, have fun. The headmistress leaves you there as she continues further into the dance, greeting other students with a smile. You continue on your way to talk to Furry Sands. You spot Gunter by a crowd of other students. Students you haven't met before, but they all seem to know Gunter quite well as they laugh it up next to him. You approach him and gently pat him gently on the arm to get his attention. Oh, friend of Whiskey Foxtrot. Gunter is so happy to see you. And you're happy to see him too. You see he's in the middle of something with some friends, so you don't want to hold him too long, but you ask if you can ask him something just for a minute. Of course. Gunter allows you to pull him to the side as his friends continue to chat. You tell him you want to talk about Reginald and the sweater he made. Ah, did friend Reginald show you? Gunter taught him well, no? Yes, and it's a very adorable sweater. And you would like to commission Gunter to make you one with his excellent crochet skills, but that's not what's important here. Oh? The night that the incident occurred, Reginald was with Gunter working on that sweater, right? Gunter's expression is sour. He nods solemnly. Well, it was the night when friend Reginald and we finished working on one of his attempts at the sweater. He hadn't got the hang of it yet, and his sleeves weren't in the right place at all. The sweater was unwearable. It was already well past curfew, and Gunter was tired. He needed some Lucky Charms. Friend Reginald was tired, and Gunter's roommate, who had been generous enough to let us work, was tired. So friend Reginald left for the night, and went to return to his own dorm. Gunter realizes he forgot his key, so Gunter catches up to him, and they walk to the dorm together. Eventually, we make it to the room. Friend Reginald unlocks the door. Gunter's about to say goodbye when bad smell emits from the room. Rusty. Gunter turns on the light and Gunter looks emotional. You tell him he doesn't have to talk about it anymore. Yeah, thank you. It's not a fun memory. Nor do I like to hear people assume stuff about friend Reginald. Gunter's roommate even suggested that friend Reginald may have done it right before he came to see me that night. But Gunter does not believe that. Gunter trusts friend Reginald. Don't you? I do. And I'm sure friend Reginald trusts us the same. You reassuringly rub Gunter's arm and apologize for bringing it up. You hope you did not ruin his night. You just needed to know. Oh, French whiskey, Foxtrot. Don't be silly. My day could ever be ruined by talking to you. Oh, you aren't so sure about that. But you don't say anything. You simply thank him and apologize again for interrupting his conversation with his friends. He pays it no mind and he wishes you a good night and goes back to speaking with them. He may have expected you to join in, but you figured enough time has passed now. Twyla seems like a no-show, and that's totally fine by you. You'll get to her eventually, but you can't spend all night waiting for her either. You crack your knuckles and twist your head as you begin to put yourself into the right mindset. So whose dance are you going to ruin first? But she's here. Sup, girl boss? You can see her on the outskirts of the courtyard, wearing a flowy orange dress. Really? She's gonna come now of all times? Well, she certainly has a way of being a thorn in your side, doesn't she? She's motioning you over with one hand, mouthing the word now to you, before disappearing into the trees. She can't be serious. She wants to do this investigation now, really? This is totally gonna throw you off. No, it's fine. Because you still need to get hers. And she has to be the best one of them all. Nothing good ever comes easy. And you appreciate the challenge even if it means the reward is all that much better to reap. You approach the trees and follow her into the bush. Thanks, you hear her say in the darkness. Sorry to ruin your night, she says, grabbing your wrist and leading you further through the trees. The twigs and sticks of the woodsy floor snap beneath you as you walk through. The sound of music and students talking became distant the further you walk, and is replaced by the sounds of crickets and what you can only assume is the loathsome hooting of an owl. It's fine, it's fine. The sooner you help her with the investigation, the sooner you have your heart, the sooner you can go back to the dance and break the rest of theirs. That won't take long, right? After all, how much more can she really do at this point? She's been quiet the rest of your walk. You have to say. Whistles. You realize she stopped holding onto your wrist. You didn't feel her let go. You just realized she stopped holding it. When did she stop? You look around you. Twyla? Where'd she go? It's so dark you can barely make anything out. Call out to her. No response. You call out to her again. Ow. Oh, there's a dull pain in your head. You dizzily open your eyes to see her standing above you. If she's saying something, you can't hear it over the ringing in your ears. As your vision clears, so does the image of her. But you still can't process it. Twyla, she... Bet you think you're really fucking clever, huh? Filthy fucking Pathaspire. Oh shit. You didn't expect those words to come out of her mouth. How did she know? Did she always? I had a hunch. This isn't my first run-in with your kind. But a good detective always confirms her beliefs.
And that conversation you had with your dad last night was really interesting. Ah, really? How'd she hear all that? God, you're really fucking stupid, aren't you? Remember that day you hung out with Gunter for me? And I had you distract him for me. You were distracting him. He was distracting you. Last time I was in your room, you were watching too closely. You were watching me too closely to do anything. But with Gunter distracting you, it gave me just enough time to head back in and plant a listening device in there. You didn't have a clue. Not bad. What's so fucking funny, huh? Oh, you just find it very sweet of her. Twyla must care about her friends so much to go out of her way to protect them from you. Twyla's bat cracks against your head once again. Teeth have become loose in your mouth and you cough them out to avoid choking on them. Your tongue tastes iron and copper as your mouth becomes overcome with blood. You would hope so, wouldn't you? It would mean there's something of mine you could take. Sorry, sweetheart. She balls her hand into a fist and knocks it against her hollow chest. There's nothing in here. It's emptier than your head. It's not hyperbole when they say I'm heartless. But you disgustingly dense creatures never fucking learn, do you? She takes another swing at you, even though you didn't say anything this time. If you had the strength, you wouldn't be letting this happen to you. Hell, you wouldn't even have felt it. You'd have crushed that bat in one hand and let the splinters fall to the ground. But you haven't eaten since you came here. You're no stronger than anyone else here. You were reckless to do that. And no, I am not doing this shit for them. If you had pulled this stunt at any other school, I wouldn't give a shit. Break all their hearts, bleed them dry, kill the whole fucking student body. I don't care. But this school, it's the one I go to. And I'm not having someone fucking up stuff in my school while I'm here. 'Cause you know what I did to the last kid that tried to fuck up shit for me? Another hit from her unforgiving bat. I got to feel like she's trying to hit your head clean off your body. So it was her who did the murder then. The one she's so vehemently investigating. You really are stupid. Do I need to spell out the weapon for you next? You understand. It's not an investigation so much as it is a framing. And she expects to get away with it? Already have. Just like this one. By the time they find your body in the morning, they'll have bled out onto the soil and be nothing but another scandal they sweep under the rug. Nothing left to say. No last words. Something. Oh, watch. Okay, watch her face when you pick this one. Because if you pick the others, nothing changes. But watch this. You could have at least taken me to dinner first. it changes. She gets so annoyed. If you picked the other options, it wouldn't have the dialogue portrait wouldn't have changed. You're not dead? At least
You're pretty sure you're not? Your senses are gradually beginning to return to you. It's a bit dark wherever this is. You can't hear much other than the wind. You feel like you're in some kind of vehicle. Your head is aching. Your mouth still tastes like blood. Everything feels like it's on fire. It's not. It just feels that way. Oh, you're awake. Dad? Oh, my angel. I was so worried about you. It's my fault. I shouldn't have let you go on your own. You weren't ready. Dad, it's alright. You almost had them. How do you find you? And where are you going? Oh, Angel. Daddy will explain it to you later. Just know he's always making sure you're safe. We're going home. I think it's for the best. You can do it. You want to try again? And you will. You will. It's just not there, okay? We'll try someplace new. There was a girl there. Huh? She said she was heartless. Oh, did she? Well, we're gonna need a keyblade for that. And was she? Maybe she was. You like that about her? Ah, you're so much like me when I was your age. My darling sweet Vanilla. Well, that's our real name. E. Wait, no, don't go. We're not done. There's a secret chapter right here. It's dark out before you know it. You promised Jackster you wouldn't try to get in trouble anymore, so you're making your way back to your dorm before curfew can begin. You still have a little bit before curfew, but it's a good start winding down early anyways. As you cut through the courtyard in this brisk night, you catch something in the corner of your eye. In the distance, you can see a student sitting on a bench that's a bit a ways away from the courtyard. They're sitting all by themselves, face turned upward like a sunflower to the sun. You still got time before curfew begins. You make your way over to him, intending to introduce yourself, but you find as you get closer, it's almost as if the world around you begins to shift. You feel different. It's like the school begins to stretch farther behind you the closer you get to him. And all the ambiance of the night, the crickets, the breeze, the rustling of the leaves, is as if they're being tuned out by this strange new bubble you've just entered. And before you know it... That's not Embry, by the way. Embry's not a moth. Or at least I don't think Embry's supposed to be a moth. But no, it's not them. You're sitting beside them on this lonely night. You have to imagine they are aware of your presence. But they haven't said anything or even turned to look at you yet. His appearance is charming. His hair falls down to the sides of his face like waterfalls, and his eyes are as big as saucers, and he gazes at the night sky. You feel like you've never seen the student before, and it's strange. With features like theirs, you're sure you would recognize them, even from just passing through the halls. Yet they feel so foreign to you, as if you were destined to meet for the first time at this very moment. As you open your mouth to ask his name, he speaks to you finally. What do you think she thinks of? You're unsure of what he means. He still hasn't turned to look at you. So you follow his gaze and see exactly what he's looking at. The moon?
I wish I could read her mind,
He says, eyes still locked under her. When I first played this, I thought the she that she was talking that's being referred to was Arcade Kitten. Like I was like, oh, this is like a bit of a meta moment. But then I saw Arcade Kitten's developer live stream of this game, and she says, no, it's not. It's not her. It's the she that is being referred to as something else. But no, it's not Arcade Kitten.
Hmm. I think. I think she thinks about everything.
Everything?
Everything. Everything that she's seen. I wish I could see it all the way she did, even if parts of it are painful. I'm sure there's so much beauty too. From up upon her gallery perch, across dark waves she watches us. This planet is is her endless play. She has seen it all. She has seen it, all of it, all of us, our darkest lows, our highest highs. She has seen us throw our hands away from ourselves in triumph. Smiles to the sky, bellowing laughter, feelings of euphoria overflowing out of us, lest we burst in our finite happiness. And she has also seen us fall to our knees in agony. A scream that will never feel loud enough, fingernails dipping into the skin of our palms, hoping for something to break, begging for anything that will make the suffering end. And she sees us now, as we see her, a state of waiting, a state of peace. And it is moments like this I feel closer to her than ever. There's no blinding joy or pain, just us and her. And no one will ever know you as intimately as she does.
You look at the moon and back at him. And back to the moon. And back at him. What's in your hands? It's diamonds. And then back to the moon. You can't be sure their words are directed at you as they talk. It's like they're speaking aloud. And you just happen to be here to listen.
Do you think she would forgive you?
You glance at him again. Surely this question must be expecting an answer from you.
Well, while she has seen all the vileness that we are capable of carrying, she has also seen all the saints
Among us. Okay.
Can we really expect her to forgive us? A bunch of imposters. Characters in her play, standing on the stage, breaking our rule to beg. Please, please like me. If you like me, then I know I'm doing it right.
Do you see why I thought this was a meta moment talking about Arcade Kitten? Yeah. But, yeah, again, it's not.
Forgive me for all I've done. I can be even better. Would you break your role to ask her? Are you forgivable enough to take that risk and potentially ruin her show? She would never look at you the same again. Yes, I think I would as well. I would need to hear it. That she is still as accepting the first time we've met. That would make me happy. And for a moment, I feel like I can rest.
In your corner of your eye, you see more buildings at the campus begin to turn off their lights. You turn to the student you're with and tell him you ought to get back before curfew.
That's fine. I'm going to stay here. I don't want to leave her alone.
You understand. You wish him a nice night and head back towards your dorm. As you glance back at him halfway across the field, his eyes stay ever fixated on the moon. and this never gets brought up again. Or at least not now. Ah, my God. Ugh, jeez, my throat hurts. So yeah, that was Here for Sweethearts. I'm not gonna lie. When I first got to this ending, I did not like it. Because, like, if you're gonna tell like a villain story, if you're gonna have the story about being a villain, don't you want the satisfaction of actually being a villain? But and so I kept thinking like, okay, is there like, I kept trying to search for like different like maybe if you choose the right dialogue, you'll get a different ending. But nope, that's it. And then I watched Arcade Kitten's developer live stream of this game, and then I realized, you know what? I actually like this ending. because because it means that all of these characters get their lives improved, and then the player character gets nothing. So so yeah, I think that this played out uh so yeah. I think this is a very well told story. And again, I wasn't sure about the ending when I first played this game, but now I'm like, I like it now. It's probably the best outcome that could possibly happen in this game, especially because there's a lot of Arcade Kitten games that are like so unintentional. I don't know if maybe it is intentional, but a lot of them are just bleak, or some of them are just villain win stories. Like My Neighbor Enid, like I think My Neighbor Enid was like the second, is now my second favorite, has my second favorite ending of all the Arcade Kitten library, if only because of how shocking it is. But I only don't like it because it's a villain win story. Yeah, it's just a villain win story, and if mm, I don't think there's much more that I can say about it. But yeah, there's a lot of arcade. Yeah, like there's like a couple of Arcade Kitten games that are so a bit bleak, and that's why Blackout Hospital is probably my favorite story of the whole series, minus It's Not Me, It's My Basement. But um yeah, we'll just have to see where it goes from here, because I mean, I haven't shown you guys It's Not Me, It's My Basement yet. And I think I'll save that for like Halloween or something, because she's still working on Wishmaker, and mm, yeah, I want to wait until we get a few more games out. I kind of want to play It's Not Me, It's My Basement with another Arcade Kitten game, and like uh save that for like a Halloween special or something. I don't know. All right, I gotta go. It's almost 2 hours, so yeah, I'll see you guys another on Thursday, probably, hopefully. Have a good night, folks.